Amit Monheit, co-founder, CEO, Odeeo. I've been hearing about that for a while. What's going on in the interest and activity, and tell me what you do.
Great. So first, thank you for having me. And Odeeo is an in-game audio advertising platform. We founded a company actually almost 2 years ago. This Thursday, we're going to celebrate our 2nd year anniversary. And the past 2 years have been an amazing ride and journey for us. We have built our product, initial product, built a team, started getting some great traction from business partners and gaming studios, showcasing incremental revenue uplift that we can generate for them, and also being able to onboard advertisers first from the programmatic audio advertising landscape, but also direct advertisers, brand advertisers that are working with us and buying this inventory directly from us today.
What really made me excited about this was something very, very different. I was talking to the CMO of MasterCard, Raj Manar, and he said, brands have to have a sound. They can't be mute. And it was about, hey, I remember brands had jingles. We had something that we were listening to. What does that look like in game?
So first and foremost, I think that today the digital audio advertising landscape is based on brand awareness advertising. This is what we see. It's like 90% of the budgets that are getting to us today are brand awareness campaigns. So audio advertising is the place for brand awareness, but I think that where we can take it from, or where MasterCard probably were talking about, is more like the sonic branding. These are like branded moments. So consider the pa-da-pa-pa-pa by McDonald's, which is like a 3 seconds kind of a sonic branding moment within a game, super recallable, generates brand uplift metrics, and is very easy integrated into the game. So it makes a lot of sense to add this short form audio into gaming. This is what we're trying to educate the market and evangelize, because nowadays most of the ads are 30-second long ad spots, and we're trying to work on a more optimized kind of format that would work well and would be suitable for the gaming space.
When you talk to games publishers, it's like, hey, I want a great player experience. Now, not everyone has a jingle that we all know and love, and you don't want to be annoying. So what does that really look like for someone who isn't McDonald's?
So I think that, again, what we're trying to do is to create some kind of an alternative in terms of a better user experience for the gamers, first and foremost, because we started this business because we understood that casual games, hyper-casual games today that are heavily monetized with ads are using very aggressive kind of methods and are showcasing pretty much ad after every level. So we came to them with the idea of being able to better balance their monetization mix by adding audio ads into their mix and then allowing their users to continue their gameplay time while listening to the ad in the background. So for example, there could be a situation where a user starts a level, and once he starts this level, an audio ad is being initiated in the background automatically with also some sort of an icon ad unit, which is our proprietary ad unit that we're using. So it also gives the advertiser the ability not just to have the audio ad running, but suddenly we provide 100% viewability on banners within the games to strengthen the context that is coming from the brand and the advertiser as well, but also to give the user the ability first to have user controls for skip, mute, or anything that he would like to do with the ad, but also to engage with the ad and being able to click through and go to a landing page or any kind of action that the advertiser would want.
It's just a sound and it's just a banner. What can I expect as a games company? What can I see in uplift?
So right now what we're seeing is about 5 to 15% incremental ARPDAU uplift that we're able to generate to our partners. So it really differs from genres, from hyper-casual to casual. It also differs even between a single studio, between their portfolio of games. But I can say that the benchmark is about 5 to 15% incremental ARPDAU uplift. We've released a few case studies with Gamejam, White Room, TapNation as well, showcasing our ability to generate this incremental uplift. And we have more plans coming up in the future for this year to even grow this further.
Yeah, it was actually Gamejam who told me about the uplift. It was like, wow, and that was a bit ago. Yeah. Now it's progressed. It's also progressed with the awareness of this. What about the brands themselves?
What we're seeing with Odeeo is that brands are really embracing gaming right now. We're seeing that there are dedicated gaming divisions within the largest ad agency companies, Dentsu Gaming, WPP. All the rest of them are now having their dedicated gaming divisions because they understand that if they want to work in the gaming side, they have to work very dedicated and to have their campaigns running directly from the brands on the gaming side. So we see that there's very big adoption coming from brands and agencies today. We get a lot of inbounds that are asking us to buy our inventory directly. Since all of our inventory is direct SDK integrations, we have more than 400 games live today within our network. So this is definitely a great opportunity for brands to showcase themselves and to test the waters within the mobile gaming side.
The story is you have to think about your ad monetization when you're building the game. Is this like some sort of, retrofit, or how hard is it?
So I think that most of the games today are developed in terms of having video ads inserted into their games. So that's how they're developing their games today. That's not optimized for Odeeo at all. What we foresee is that within the next 3 years, games will be developed with the understanding that Odeeo ads is a large and important component of their advertising stack. So right now, we don't see a lot of changes that are happening or customization, but we do see the adoption of the gaming studios. But also, again, we see the brands that are really eager to test and reach this audience because, most of the audio advertisers today are running their campaigns either on radio streaming, podcasting, and suddenly this opens a new contextual environment with a huge audience that is so diverse and allows them to reach other audiences even at different times.
So let's say I'm sold in this. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I see the fit. What kinds of brands can I be counting on to get into my game?
So I guess that, there's a very large variety of brands. And since most of the ads that we're working with today are coming programmatically, so we don't necessarily know always who is the brand that is advertising, but we see very diverse advertisers coming from banking, coming from cars, coming from B2C products, even performance advertisers from the D2C space are starting to advertise within Odeeo because they understand the potential that it can generate for them. So there's really a very wide kind of array of brands that are advertising today with us. I can't say specific names, but what I can say is that in the UK, for example, we have closed a partnership with one of the largest UK-based company called Global Media and Entertainment. They are the owners of the largest radio stations in the UK and in Europe, and they act as our exclusive reseller in the UK and in the US. So they're going after the budgets, the brands, the agencies, and are basically diverting them into our inventory today.
Other than the fact that you expect this to gain momentum, what else do you see for Odeeo this year?
I think that for us, the main thing is that, we've been here last year. It was our first event ever as a company sponsoring. I was speaking on stage, and this past year had really shown us that the educational process that we've made that really gave the validation first for the mobile game studios, who are the most important clients for us, and we do everything in our power to keep them happy, but also on the brand side, getting more adoption and more advertisers joining on board. And, again, we had a phenomenal year last year, increasing our revenues 300% year over year. And we have no plans of stopping. We want to keep seeing this growth going into this year as well. But we feel that in-game audio advertising will be a huge category within the next 3 or 4 years.